Shanti. Let's settle in as we always do. Start with some nice, deep, relaxing breaths. Breathe in for 4 seconds and hold. And then release for 4. Tell yourself your day is over. Tell yourself no distractions, no worries, always drama wherever we go. And now the drama for Josie and Austin and myself is the weather and who's doing what and not doing what, and what senator left the state and shouldn't have, and is the power company to blame. Always drama. And I always get sucked into that drama. So tonight, in this safe and sacred meditation zone, I let everything go. And I repeat that I really let everything go. I'm just present, relaxing, and enjoying this commentary. Too much is going on in the world. Just depends on where we focus, what drama we look for. And so tonight I talk to myself gently, and I recognize that things are somehow always the same as it relates to drama. And yet maybe the drama seems to be increasing as time continues and as the world turns. Maybe this thought of degradation is what's happening. The world is declining. People's thoughts are declining. And so then I also wonder, with this drama, if I have any responsibility, because I do buy in. And in buying into the drama and always looking for what is not working, am I causing some of that turmoil and chaos by participating in it? And so it's time for me to come back home and think about what's working. It's working. It's usually always working. It's funny how I'm here in Texas and the rolling blackouts and possibly water shortages right now, just all those crazy things. And yet I have to think about how fortunate I am and how things generally do work for me. It's time in this new year, even though New Year sounds like a funny term. Just 17 days ago, we welcomed 2021 and we let go of 2020, right? But just 17 days ago, and where is my mind and my thinking? And am I still in 2020 as far as the old thinking and the old ways of being and focusing on that turmoil? And so now I have to look forward. I look forward with gratitude for all that I have, and not an expression, really gratitude for all that I have. Things like protection. I'm always under God's canopy of protection. I'm always taken care of. I always have. And this should be my outlook. I will no longer get sucked into politics. I was sharing with my brother, my dear brother Eric in Montreal, from the Brahma Kumaris. We hadn't connected in a while, and it's been about a year since I had that heart attack. And I was talking to him about the experience and then what I really went through, and I was reminding myself as I heard my own words, that coming out of that heart attack, I was focusing on honesty. Honesty was huge at the time. And I shared with Brother Eric that it had nothing to do with me being dishonest as a person, but that there was always a packaging of things that I was going to say so that they would come out right, so that they would hit my target audience the way I think it would work best for them. And so the purity, the sense of purity behind my honesty was lacking. And I think if we return to pure honesty, not worried about how it's going to sound, like saying things from the heart, maybe my focus will return to positivity then, when I'm purely honest. And so what does that sound like? This weather is really difficult for Texans, but I'm not packaging that anymore. I don't have to necessarily say everything is going to be okay, because why? I know that it will be okay. Looking ahead, as we're supposed to do, even in the near future, for my fellow Texans, come Sunday, we're going to be back up to 66 degrees, a couple days away, and then everything will be a distant memory. But we get stuck, and I think that's being dishonest. We've learned to expand upon what's not working, and we even sell those stories to make them even bigger. You have no idea what I went through, how cold it got. We're not used to driving in this. The roads were icy. So even that's dishonest. There's truth in it, but it's the expansion. And so it's time to come back home. It's time to settle in and say everything is going to be okay, just as it always has been. I have to start thinking that way. I empower myself by doing this, and I empower others. And this is what the world needs. The world needs a sense of calm, a sense of stability. And this way, as we watch the drama, such as nature, and those events that unfold, we can say nothing new, and everything will be okay. And then I enjoy. I think about Guy Burney, not really up to speed on his life, but yet watching his travels, always going somewhere simply to enjoy. And then what does Guy do? He turns on a video so we can see the ocean churning and just shares it. So why can't we all be that way? What does Juanita do? Sharing snowflakes, sharing smiles with her sister. There are certain people that are stuck on the good things, the kindness, those acts, and we give that to others. I often see Nathan singing online, just to share, just to smile with us. So I want to think about day 17 of the new year, many days left to go, and how will I use this opportunity as I move forward? I'm going to think about honesty. I'm going to think about removing the package of everything I say. And as that package comes off, because it takes time to package something, to wrap it, to make it look pretty, hopefully it'll sound just right. But if I no longer waste that time, things can just be. And if I'm not looking to package, I can look at the gift itself and see the beauty in that gift. Why do we package things anyway? Why do we gift wrap? Where did that come from? A little bit of an element of surprise, but we had to make it even better than it was. The birthday wrapping like we used to do. Funny, and then maybe a little sense of laziness. We don't have to wrap anymore. We have gift bags. But the gift bag isn't pretty enough. Now I have to buy tissue paper and stuff it and stick it out the top and maybe multiple colors, and we really do expand and package things. So no longer wasting time in 2021 is quite important as well. No longer wasting time. No more packaging of everything. Letting things be as they are and looking for moments to enjoy. Simple. I think it might take a little bit of practice. I'm reading what Sister Ra said, honestly, seamless living, the beauty of the gift. True? So let's think about that. Let's move forward by having generosity in our hearts, looking to help others versus pointing out defects, and letting it all be. That's really what I wanted to share. I'm wholly focused once again a year later on thinking about not packaging. I hope that makes sense to you. And so let's do a meditation now, because then, now that we're being honest, we can say that there's suffering. There's many in Texas without power. There's many that have gone for days without power, who are not used to the cold and the elements. And so because we're souls and a living energy, everything we do puts out a vibration. So let's collectively see that great big state of Texas in our mind. I see the outline. I know exactly what Texas looks like. And now within those borders, I'm sending warm vibrations. And I know that as the people of Texas catch those vibrations, their energy begins to just settle. Maybe their minds will become quiet and they're not thinking about being cold, because we are collectively sending them those pure vibrations. I see little children that are scared too. No lights, whatever's going on, and I just say it's okay. So send those vibrations to Texas. Know that people are getting what they need right now. The sun is set, and let their worries set with that. Let it all just be finished for today. Let's share that with our fellow Texans. And now I send out that vibration that says everything will be okay. Everything is always okay. Maybe I don't tell myself that enough either, so I hear those words and I settle as well. And then I see that white blanket, which yesterday I thought of as snow. And now I see that white blanket as God's love. And I feel all of us on this video together are holding that blanket so that the love is more powerful, and that with our vibration there's a healing energy. And back to the outline of the state of Texas, I now see that white blanket snuggling in everyone, just tucking people in, letting their worries fall away, and just thinking everything is going to be okay. And now I think about myself, not often saying that everything is going to be okay, just getting by. And I remind myself of the same. When I'm just getting by, I'm barely staying afloat, because there's effort in just getting by. But as I look forward in 2021, it's no longer just getting by. It's about focusing on what's working. It's about taking the time to enjoy. It's about smiling and sharing laughter. And in doing that, I can let go of misplaced energy. I can let go of doubt and fear. And I think about my children. Always worried about my children, right? Isn't that what everybody goes through? Going forward, when I think about my children, I place trust in that equation. Just like my parents worried about me, but I trust that everything will be okay. That's a much more positive energy. And when I think about it, everything is okay. No matter what those kids go through, I look back at what I went through and I survived too. So why worry? That's so 2020. I move forward, and I move forward, and I keep moving forward, and I invite the energy of happiness to move forward with me. And Jane is watching. Jane's been without power for a few days in Austin, my former co-worker. And Jane, you survived, and you saw the beauty of neighbors inviting you in, letting you sit in the car to warm up, to plug in your phone. There's beauty out there. Why aren't we focusing on that? Let me repeat that correctly. How come I choose not to focus on that? And so 2021 is here, and I focus on what is working and what is bringing us benefit. Isn't it time? Don't worry, be happy, Nathan. Yes, let's do that. Juanita says we all have power even if we don't have electricity. I love that. So true. Okay, let's close out with a moment of silence together. And if you haven't really settled in, just take power in this next minute. Just listen to the music. Allow yourself to relax. Really, really relax and have gratitude right now. Just for the next minute. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Remember, I am most fortunate. Thank you, Rachel, for sending your love and peaceful vibrations. Let's continue to do that. Om Shanti, and good night.